All right. Nice. So I think we're live. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the second Q&A that we're doing now for camp. My name's David. I'm the junior section head at camp. Before we get started, I guess we can just quickly go around and everyone, if you want to just say your name and then introduce yourself and what you do at camp. So yeah, I'm David and I'm the junior section head.
Hi everyone, I'm Seb and I'm the LIT director.
I'm Dylan. I win Color Wars.
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm a counselor.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I was arts and crafts and now crisis support or camper support service, as we're calling it.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I used to be a counselor there.
All right, nice. So, I was going to sit on this question for a little bit longer, but since Dylan brought it up, I think this might be a good way to start off. So for those who don't know, Color War is this event we do at camp every summer in the second session. It's 2 days long, and basically the whole camp gets separated into 3 different teams, and you compete for 2 days long. It ends in a huge relay race where you have to burn a rope that's suspended over 3 fire pits. It's very epic. It's amazing. But there's a bit of a rivalry that goes on every summer between Seb and Dylan. So the first question is for you guys, Seb and Dylan, who's better at Color War and why?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Okay.
I don't know. I won it once, but I was on Dylan's team. So, and then the other 2 times, I think I got in second place for both. So I don't know. I think we're pretty even. We're both competitive.
Pretty even?
I think we're pretty even.
I won 5 in a row.
Yeah, but he's been there more. He's been at camp longer than me. I think
I have too much experience to win.
I think if I was at camp for 7-8 years, I think I would have won probably 5 in a row as well. But
know what they say about experience.
Dylan, do you have a response to that?
I mean, my resume speaks for itself. I don't have to tell people what I will do. I just tell people what I have done already. The nice thing about winning 5. It's okay, Seb. You'll get there. Eventually, your resume will speak for itself.
I do have to say, I think if you were confident in that answer, you wouldn't have started with "that's a tricky question."
But you know what? This also motivates me for the next Color War. You know what I mean? It just motivates me. So
maybe we'll have a chess event.
Yeah, I like that too. Getting really good at that.
We have a couple secrets and hints about our next Color War in some of our social media. So make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. We have a couple clues scattered here and there about the next Color War. So my next question is for Rebecca. So right now, everyone's kind of stuck at home. You are able to go back to school at some points, but then, they switch it back to home learning again. So you used to be the arts and crafts instructor. How would you come up with new ideas for fun arts and crafts that you could do at camp? What was your go-to for whenever you'd want to come up with a new idea?
My favorite thing, I spent hours on Pinterest. So that was where I got a lot of ideas, but then it does take some creativity. If you don't have the supplies around your house, what are you going to do? You have to use your imagination and try and figure out ways to make the same kind of idea that you found with what you've got. So that's what I do.
Nice. Awesome. So Pinterest is the go-to?
Definitely.
Sweet. And then similar question for Seb. I know you were the sports instructor one year and you killed it then. What was your go-to whenever you're trying to come up with new lesson plans or things you could do outdoors? And how do you think maybe social distancing might change that a little bit for people trying to plan something at home?
For me, it was more about just getting the kids moving rather than just playing sports. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but none of I don't know when you came to soccer, we weren't really playing a game of soccer until the end. We were really doing activities that every kid was actually playing kind of thing. So it was more about getting the kids involved and just play sports kind of thing. I think that's maybe my phys ed philosophy as well. So I bring that to camp as well. But activity, it's just creativity, trying to use resources you have online as well. There's a bunch of resources I have, and I just try to adjust according to whatever group comes to sports. So yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. And my next question here is for Ali. For anyone who saw our most recent videos we've been releasing on our Facebook account, Ali was the star of one of them, and she was riding a horse. So my question for you is, what animating software do you use to create these fake CGI horses?
Oh my God, David. I use Photoshop. Yeah,
Oh,
totally
okay.
Photoshop.
So you're confirming now online, like live, that they're not real.
Sure.
All right.
It was
we
all a
got
lie,
it.
David. It was all a lie.
Let's see. And then Michael. So Michael here, so he worked at camp for a number of years, but he's now been gone for a little while. So Michael, my question for you is, what do you miss most about camp?
I mean, I guess I miss you guys. I haven't talked to you in like a little while now, actually. You make some of the best connections at camp that you can't really make in the city. So I guess I've been missing those sort of connections. And since leaving, it's been a struggle, especially now with COVID, of course, to be making those connections. So I really miss you guys. I really miss the campers as well. I mean, I guess the waterfall trail too, that forever has been ingrained into my memory.
Nice. Awesome. And now follow-up question, seeing as how you left camp much sooner than I have or will, how does it feel knowing that you're the second best Mitchell?
That question doesn't make sense to me. You should be asking yourself that. So I feel like that's not quite fair. I don't know how I can answer that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, awesome. And then Dylan, so you were live arts for a while. Now you're Crisis, and now you've moved on to section head / color war winner. Whenever you were live arts, in live arts, you play a lot of different bag of tricks games, things getting kids to be creative. What are one of your favorite bag of tricks games, and where do you think people can go to get new ideas for fun things they can do at home?
So my favorite thing I ever did in live arts was so the kids like come and like you normally like sit down and you sit in a circle and you explain the game and you like do it. And there was one day where I had like staged, like I came and they came to the room and I was in character. And I had like this chest in my room emptied and I was like crying and I was like wouldn't break. I was like screaming that someone robbed me. And then I had pre-set up all these clues around camp to that they would like solve who like did it. And I wasn't like a part of it at all. My only role was just like being like someone grieving that they got all their stuff stolen. And I think that was fun because they like didn't really expect it. And there was like it's only like a 45-minute period. It was like an unnecessary amount of effort considering like what like came from it. But I think that's like nice every while to like surprise people, like just doing something for no reason. Like that didn't really like have pertained to anything, but it was kind of fun. And then I never mentioned it again. If they asked me about it, I would like completely like, I have no idea what you're doing. I wasn't there that day. I was sick. And then just kind of like let them like disappear into like a fake world for a little bit. I think it's fun. And I think that's why I like live arts. Like whenever the kids do shows and like get really into characters, it's like fun to see because it's like hard sometimes in Montreal. You got to be cool in front of your friends. But I think that's why camp's cool. You get a chance to like do that more.
Nice. Also, do you guys hear that sound? Do you hear that weird noise? Is that just me on my end?
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Your screen went blank though. Oh.
Remember what I said before? He's gonna come back in a suit.
Oh. Right, and one flawless and effortless costume change later, and we're ready for the middle segment of this show. Effortless and easy, very quick and seamless. So I would like to introduce into this Q&A a segment that I like to call "How Well Do You Know?" I'm going to share my screen now. See here.
I love how Dylan called it.
Oh, this is fantastic. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that.
All right. So can you guys just confirm that you can see James up on the screen right now? Is that coming through?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So this is a segment that I like to call "How Well Do You Know?" I have ahead of time asked James a few questions about himself that he has answered for me. I'm now going to ask you guys those questions. You're going to send me your answers. And at the end, whoever got the most right will get a prize. All right. So do you guys all understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So the way I'd like you to submit your answers is just message me directly on Zoom. Don't put it into the chat so that other people can see your answers. So just send it directly to me. If you want to just quickly test that and make sure you can do that.
So the questions are all related to James?
They're all questions that I have asked James about himself ahead of time.
Yeah.
Does time matter here? Like if I send it first?
I'm going to say maybe.
Okay.
Like, let's say there's a tie, I'll go by who does it the fastest.
All right, perfect.
There will also be a time limit for each question that I ask.
Sure.
All right. So are you guys all ready to go?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So question 1. If James could travel anywhere after the pandemic, what is the first place he would want to travel to? Send me your answers now.
I'm so worried that it's like nowhere. It's just they go to camp.
I know you got to think about those things though. What if he just, you know what? He decides he wants a little staycation. Maybe he
Yeah.
hasn't had enough of the indoors.
Oh,
Or maybe he wants to go crazy. Maybe he wants to do a little Euro trip, you know? How well do you know James?
really want Michael to win this. More than anything.
You guys do have a leg up on Michael. It's been years since he's been to camp.
I have something to prove. I need to prove that I'm the best.
All right, you got 5 more seconds to answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Australia. Did anyone get that right? Hey, I see Seb putting his fist up. All right, so that's
No
one
way,
right
Seb
answer.
got Australia.
I can confirm if I check the chat, which I will do afterwards to make sure there are timestamps and everything. So
And 1-0.
That's crazy. There's no COVID there now. Just go now, James. What are you waiting for?
all right, are you guys ready for question 2? In 3, 2, 1. Where did James grow up? Where did he spend a decent amount or the vast majority of his childhood?
Time's gonna matter here. Look at Seb. He's thinking about it. It's okay. Take your time.
No, I heard this answer before.
You did.
It's
But
like-
is that a rumor or is that true?
It's not in Canada.
Spoiler alert for anyone who's still trying to guess.
Michael's changing his answer.
Michael busted out the eraser. All right. And you have 3 more seconds to answer in 3, 2, 1. Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
Easy money. Seb.
Anyone not get that? Look at Ali's shocked face. Ali, what was your answer? What did you put?
I wrote Ontario. I didn't know.
Ontario. Did the not in Canada give you a hint or a clue at all? Or was that
I thought he was lying.
without? Yeah.
I've learned not to believe stuff that's said in a competition at camp.
It's a good point.
All right, and we're going to go on to the third and final question now. Here's your chance to catch up if you're a little behind. The final question is, how big is James's forehead in inches?
Oh, that's an
You guys have 5 seconds to answer. I put a picture on the screen
Oh, you
so that
need
you
to
have a
put
chance
10.
here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is 4 inches. Anyone get it right? Anyone close?
I got the
So close. I had 5.
5. All right. Anyone get close without going over?
I put infinity.
All right. So I'm going to now quickly go and tally up the scores here. Let me see. So I'm going into my chat. Did anyone get them all right? Dylan put infinity. I'm actually going to count that as correct for the last one. It's close.
If we're going by, yeah.
Rebecca put Scotland for where did James grow up? Fair guess. He has a lot of, I think, Irish or Scottish family. Let's see here. So Seb got Australia and Saudi Arabia right. I think Seb is our winner. So Seb, congratulations, guys. Round of applause for Seb. Well done. Let me show you what you are now going to be the proud owner of. 1 second here. This right here is a framed photo of our very own James O'Hagan's forehead. I've reached out to him to see if he can sign it for us. Actually, I have a text from him right here. Looks like he got back to me. He said, David, no, that bit's really weird. Can you skip that? He hasn't answered just yet. So we'll get back to that soon. But congratulations, Seb. You'll get that in the mail soon.
That's huge. Thanks, guys.
It is huge.
So thank you guys for joining in our very first How Well Do You Know contest.
That was
All right.
good. That was fun.
Thanks for participating. And now back to the Q&A. So let's see here. This is a question for the floor for all of you guys. What is the best camp song?
The nighttime songs are great. Sometimes there's like one night where everyone just feels it. Like everyone's belted it, like Jet Plane, but like there's emotion in it. It's nice. I think I'll go with Jet Plane.
Jet Plane, nice.
Yeah, I agree. I really like Jet Plane too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that one.
I think like one of my favorite songs, but this is very like contextual, is on leaving day, whenever everyone's like going crazy in the and singing like all the final songs in the dining hall, like before the buses show up. And everyone's like putting their heart and soul into it because it's kind of the last thing we get to do together as a camp. Whatever, we're just like singing songs and belting in there. I think that's like the best sort of like camp singing moment. I know it's not exactly an answer to the question, but it's like my favorite time for singing at camp.
Yeah, senior boys versus senior girls, that chant on the last day is
unreasonable.
That's fantastic.
So I see in the chat that Evil Ferret has just shown up. I just want to say, I know you were late, but it's okay. We'll be hopefully maybe recording this, and then you can see back some of the footage later if you missed our amazing game show. Also, shout out to everyone in the chat trying to play along. There were some really close and good answers, but no one I think did just as well as Seb. Let's see. All right, so this next question, favorite spot on camp, and this one is to the group.
Oh, I have to think for this one. Someone else go first.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say the lake, just because not many people have an opportunity, if you live in the city, to go to a beautiful lake and swim, or even just sit and look at the view when you're out on the boats, being able to see everything around you, the trees. It's amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite places.
I love the lake, like Rebecca, but I also really like the waterfall trail. I think it's really, really pretty, and it's like a really special place to have on camp.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite spot too, waterfall trail. Like the waterfall itself's pretty cool, but like the trail is really like, it's something else as well. So yeah, so that's my spot.
I mean, I love Jelly Bean, even though it's like a mission and a half just to get there. Because in my head, when I imagine like what a hike to get to somewhere cool, I feel like the payoff is so much better because like how hard you have to work to like get there. And then there's also that view behind Jelly Bean. Do you guys remember, like if you go kind of behind it a little bit, you can then look back down on camp from way above, and it gives you kind of a cool perspective of camp that you don't normally see, which is cool.
Nice. I think I got to agree with whoever said waterfall trail. Being able to like swim in the waterfall trail is awesome, and like just such a beautiful spot on camp. Let's see. So Seb, this is a question for you. How does it feel to always crush Dylan and his team in dodgeball?
Oh, I mean, it's just become like a yearly tradition, It's like I don't know, I just pick two guys or two staff members, and we're always beating Dylan's team. So, but it's not just dodgeball, it's also like spot and all those other games. So I wouldn't say it's just dodgeball.
Let's not talk about spot. Don't bring up spot. You're not going to come out looking like a winner if you talk about spot.
Last summer, it was just, I don't know, he just couldn't beat me at anything we did. So I wouldn't say just dodgeball, but just every activity at camp in general, I have a leg up on Dylan.
So last summer, it was because I was putting more effort into the online content, for the kids. I put my effort towards the kids. But you focus on what you want to focus on, and we each have priorities, So not me. But and also for the dodgeball, when you use all your energy winning color war, not just participating, it's like a lot harder to like regain that. So when stuff like dodgeball comes up, it's like whatever. Still recovering from that color war victory. It's okay, Seb. I'll get there. This summer's gonna be the big one. All the pent up competition.
Yeah,
the first summer back's gonna be great.
We should live stream the final relay. Set up like a contest between you two. All right. And then another group question, lake or pool?
Ooh.
Lake.
I
If you
love
say
how-
something else than lake, there's a serious problem.
I love how your eyes lit up and you immediately lean forwards to unmute. I love the immediate response there.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
That was a quick question. This one.
I mean, in defense of the pool, you know, it's nice that like the basketball court's nearby, and so there's like other things to do too. And for kids who maybe are like less comfortable in the lake, that's cool to have. But I mean, it's lake hands down.
There's more things to do because it's less fun than like. You don't need a basketball net at the lake.
Look, the best parts of the pool are the non-pool things next to it. Like, what do you mean? It's not. But yeah, no, the lake is beautiful and awesome. It's hard to top that. And then question for let's see, for Allie. So Allie, at the end of like a long day at camp, what is the best go-to like late night snack?
I really like eating ramen because it's like warm soup. It gets kind of cold at night, so it like warms you up. And then when you're doing like night duty, it's also like a good thing to eat, and then you can talk with your friends and stuff. So I like that.
Nice. All right, and then I have one final question for the group because we're running a little long on time here. So one final question for everyone before we head out. What is the best session and why?
ooh. I'll go first. It's definitely session 2. There's just so much happening. It just goes by so fast. Carnival, Color Wars. So for me, it's definitely, without a doubt, session number 2.
Nice, very good answer. Anyone else want to jump in?
Session 2, because of Color War and Carnival, I think it's like the 2 of the funnest activities at camp, especially Color War. I love Color War. But yeah, session 2.
Nice.
Okay, I have a really sappy answer because all of the sessions are great in their own way, and I'm not as competitive as some other people. So although I love Color War, I can't say it's my favorite, but I think session 3 is amazing because we know that summer's coming to an end. So every moment just means a little bit more, and you have to enjoy every moment a little bit more because you know that it's not going to last for much longer.
Great answer.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
That was good.
Also, just quick shout out to Sarah Elmagrabi and Wilhelmina for chiming in the chat. Thanks for being here, guys. I see a couple staff in there too, so thanks for stopping by to say hi. And then honorable mentions for best spot on camp, we have Kai's Outhouse. So I just needed to put that out there too. You know, people need to be heard. But if you haven't heard about it, on behalf of Kai, I just need to quickly let you know it's this great green outhouse. I'm not going to get into it, actually, never mind. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I think that's all we have time for today. We're trying to keep this one a little bit shorter. But yeah, it's been great talking to all you guys. Thanks for coming. And if you're watching this, thanks for watching. And we will talk to all of you guys later. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.